Hello and welcome. Kim here. Just another energy update with some insights, including intuitive astrology. Today I'll be talking about Mars in Cancer, the higher vibrations of that and the lower vibrations, and where that's heading. Also, the grand water trine and what that can mean for you. Today is the 8th of May, and I'll be talking about the energies moving up to the 21st of May. Okay, so Mars in Cancer. Now, he's been there for a while, so you may have noticed that you're doing some projects around the home, and these might be projects that you've wanted to do for a long time and have now finally got the energy to do it. These projects could be a little out of the box as well, a bit different to what you would normally be doing, and they could help you to find some more freedom, and things will become more easy around the home. These projects will free your time in some way, which is a good thing. So the other aspect that this could bring with Mars in Cancer is sometimes it can be a bit feisty. It can bring disagreements in the home. And as Mars moves closer to the end of Cancer, these feelings of frustration can turn into anger if we're not careful. So let's stay aware of that, because once it goes to the 0 degree point of Leo, it's going to be at 0 degrees, as I said, and opposite Pluto at 0 degrees as well. Now, this energy can be quite intense and cause arguments, and can actually get aggressive and violent, especially if you know that you have anger issues and haven't owned your own anger and looked at the reasons why you're becoming angry, what you're defending, then this can be a very tricky time. So I'm just mentioning that here so you're aware, and if you know someone that doesn't handle anger very well, then just prepare yourself. Just stay in your center and try not to fuel the fire if you can. Try and stay grounded and balanced yourself, and know that it's not you, and perhaps you've looked at how you can deal with this person that has these anger issues. So what I'm saying here is on a personal level. So imagine what that can look like in the collective. So on a macro level, with governments and all the things that are happening around the world at the moment. So let's try and stay on the side of love as much as possible, because that energy that we feel, we can then put that out into the collective consciousness and spread the light, you know. So the other thing here, which I think is part of this, is the grand water trine. And that's going to be here for a while as well. I think until the 21st of May also. And this, I feel, is a connection to spirit, to your intuition and psychic abilities. Now, I feel because Venus is about love, and she's working with the South Node. So I get the feeling that this is about where you've come from, especially if you are a way shower, a light worker, a star seed, someone that's volunteered to come here and help humanity. I feel this is a big reminder for us to step up now. It's time now that we take our position, because Venus is also working with Saturn in Pisces. So that's bringing in responsibility, remembering our connection to spirit and to our higher selves, to where we've come from, perhaps another galaxy, most likely another galaxy, and to remember what we've come here for. What have we come to do? And even though you may still be a little hesitant, a bit fearful still maybe about stepping up, you're going to have to breathe into that, I think. Of course, you still have a choice, but we really need to be mindful of this, because I feel that Chiron in Aries is helping us to get stronger in that area. You can probably hear the nervousness in my voice. This is my fear of speaking publicly, but I'm pushing through because this is what I've come here to do. And maybe you know what you've come here to do, but you've thought, oh, I'm not sure that I'm ready yet. I think you're going to be ready very soon. I sense that you're going to get really strong downloads. You're going to be communicated to in a very strong way now, especially while this water grand trine is here. It's time for us now. If you heard that clarion call, it's time for you now to step forward. And you can do this in a gentle way by planning your steps and doing little steps every day to help you get stronger and more confident. Perhaps doing self-coaching, really supporting yourself through your fears. And the more you do them, the less fearful they will be. And remember that you have your support from your higher self and guides. And they're also going to be stepping up. I'm pretty sure of that. So we've got a lot of beautiful energy there to remind us of where we've come from and what we're here for. Especially as Pluto, which is your soul's journey, your past lives, is working with the north and south nodes. So it could be changing the way that you think and feel. As you receive more information from these downloads about your past, where you've come from, and you could have some healing for this lifetime, that will help you to step up to your purpose. And Pluto helping the North Node is going to be helping you to see things differently and to release the restrictions that you've possibly put on yourself, so you can move forward and do what you need to do. Venus is also bringing in that love, love for yourself. Chiron is getting you to stand up for yourself and love yourself more, be more confident. So all this energy, I feel, is really working nicely together. It's quite a beautiful picture, really. And as we move through the next few days, Mars will continue working with Chiron until the 18th of May. So we've got this energy helping us here. So we may as well use it to our highest and best abilities. So we've got all this nice energy working here, because when we get to the 21st of May, that's when we're going to experience another grand cross. Now, I mentioned recently where we had a grand cross for one day and that was like our introduction to it. Then a few days later, we had another Grand Cross. Now, most of you went through that really easily and quite nicely, and others didn't. So the reason for that is if you have any planets or points in Cancer and Aries, Scorpio and Taurus, then this energy will be working more closely with you, and that's possibly why you had a bit of a challenge on those days. And for those that didn't have a challenge, perhaps you don't have any aspects or planets or points in those signs that I mentioned. So on the 21st, we have another Grand Cross, and that's going to be intense. So we're being given the information now and the possibilities and opportunities to grow from these little aspects that are teaching us along the way. Now remember, it's like when I was talking about Mars being opposite Pluto, the North and South Node is always opposite each other. So these oppositions don't have to be negative. They're energy that are supporting us and pushing us to our highest and best. If we can always remember that, we'll go through these things a lot easier. Of course, sometimes we're going to be challenged because we may not want to move into those new aspects that are being presented to us. But if we remember that it's for our highest and best and ask our higher selves and guides to support us through mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, we will be helped and supported, as we always are, but they need our permission to help us even more. So that's a good thing to remember. Okay, I hope this helps. Talk again soon. Thank you. Bye for now.